Namaste and welcome to the Enrich Your Life podcast. I'm Thorsten, father, son, life and leadership coach who knows how to stay grounded even when life gets chaotic. This space here is for you, the one who shows up, the one who gives a lot, the one who is always performing and hold space for everyone else, but forgot how to hold space for yourself. This podcast is a gentle invitation to turn inward, to listen again. So take a deep breath, slow down, and let this moment be for you.
Namaste and welcome, wonderful people. In the last podcast series, we talked a little bit about your first thought early in the morning when you're leaving the bed. And today I would explore that and even go a little bit deeper. And my first question to you is, and please be really honest with yourself, when was the last time you did something just for you? Yes, it sounds like a simple question, but that's why I ask you to be honest with yourself. I mean, not for your partner, for your spouse, or for your boss, for your children. And also not because you had to, but because your soul really needed and wanted it. We all live in a world that constantly pulls us outward. We have goals, deadlines, expectations. Not only our expectations, also expectations from the people around us. And we have, I would say, many of us do not only have one, they have several to-do lists. But here's the truth. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't feel fulfilled if you are disconnected from you. So this episode today is your invitation. A gentle, honest reminder to come back home to yourself. Let's talk about you today. You've probably heard the term self-care more times than you can even count it. But let me challenge you. Are you actually doing it? Or are you just talking about it? Yes, I will. Yes, I should. Yes, I could. Really, listen to yourself. Are you only talking about it, or are you really doing it? True care isn't another check mark on your to-do list. It's not just watching Netflix on the couch or a bubble bath on a Sunday evening. Sometimes we even confuse distraction with self-care. And what we feed our mind with will grow in our soul. And we all give so much to everyone else around us. But how often do we really ask ourselves, what do I need in that moment? What does my soul crave? Does that sound familiar with you? I get it. I lived in that hamster wheel. Yes, of course, I was in a corporate role, chasing promotions, my status, and of course, goals and achievements. And I was in that hamster wheel many, many years. And it's not only with work, it's also in our social environment when we're aiming for appreciation, for acknowledgement from the people around us. This might be in the family, this might be our closest friends. And this is also a part of the hamster wheel we are in. It's not only when we talk about work. And of course, I was there as well. I thought, or I told myself, this crazy lie. Being busy, Thorsten, must mean I'm super successful. But I can tell you, I was constantly drained. always waiting for the next goalpost. And even when I achieved something, I didn't stop, pause, and breathe and celebrated myself for it. No, I was looking what could be done next. Still waiting there, was still out there. How can I still achieve something greater? Does that resonate with you? I would say most of you are nodding now. And yeah, one day, something unexpected happened. It arrives by many coincidences. That's what I thought during that time. Today I know there aren't any coincidences. Things happen for a reason. Life is happening for a reason, with all its circumstances. So I took, almost by accident, and you might smile now when you hear that, I took a trip to Nepal. And I didn't plan a lot, just came up, and I was quite open and flexible. And then I thought, Thorsten, I think this might be a sign from the universe. And I booked the trip within 2 weeks. I have never been in such a country, and I can tell you, and you know that if you heard the previous session, it changed everything. It changed my thinking, it changed my self-confidence, it changed my entire life. And I don't want to talk about this entire trip now, but just a little bit as an opener for today's podcast series. Because when I stood in the Himalayas, surrounded by massive silence and raw nature, for the first time in many, many years, I didn't have to do anything. I just could be myself, the person I want to be. And very often we think, oh, why does it need to be so far away? I can go for a walk here. I can spend a weekend in the mountains, in the nature, in the forest. Yes, we think that's possible. But to be honest to yourself, when did you ever do that? To feel totally disconnected. And I mean totally. That you really had the time to look inside and you were not distracted from people around you, from traffic, from social media, your smartphone, whatever it is. And the goal you're looking for is just beyond the wall you are about to break. And everybody has this opportunity. I can tell you, there are no excuses for no one. Believe me. And in Nepal, in the mountains, in that silence I just mentioned, I really heard a voice I hadn't heard in years. You might be curious now. No, I'm not getting crazy. It was my voice, my own voice. And I never listened to that. And I mean the real own voice, not our saboteurs who are telling us, oh, you're not good enough, you're going to fail, you don't do enough, you should work harder. My own voice connected with me, and that was such a gift. And this is what I would like to share before we dive deeper into today's session. So I would like to talk a little bit about spirituality and when it gets thrown around a lot these days. We hear it everywhere and we all have a different point of perspective about it, but I didn't even look into that for many, many years. I thought, oh my goodness, these are the yogis and the people who sing and dance barefoot in the rain. Or I don't know. I didn't even think what it is. However, I was judging brutally about it. Some people think it's incense and retreats. And other things, it's yoga poses and crystals or something like that. But real spirituality is simple. It's radical presence. If you Google the word, you will find the answer, and it's only one sentence. Look inside yourself. That's it. And in other words, make the now the primary focus of your life, which is such a gift. And I would like to ask you, and here again, always be honest to yourself. It's not for me, it's for you. Can you sit with yourself for 20 minutes? No phone, no agenda, no reading, no listening to music. Just you and pure silence for 20 minutes. It sounds harsh, right? Some of you will say, of course, I do it on a daily routine. Some of you might say, you are nuts. But you see, exactly these 20 minutes, that's already a spiritual practice. When you connect with yourself, coming back to this inner voice, which is also, of course, your inner child. When was the last time you did speak to your inner child? So this little boy or girl, 6, 7 years old, laughing, no concerns, no doubts, believing in the self. When was the last time you really connected? Because it's always there. However, with all the expectations from our environment, the judging from our environment, we sometimes forget for many, many years to connect with our inner child. There is a you inside of you haven't even met. Please let that sink in. And we all carry 2 wolves inside us. One is fear, the other is trust. And the one that lives is the one we feed. So another question to you. Which wolf are you usually feeding? Tough question, I know. And I think we all know the answer. And keep in mind, where focus goes, energy flows. Why I'm telling you that? Where's the bridge and where's the connection to that? I want to really emphasize that you are one choice away from a new beginning, a commitment away from a new life. Whatever is bothering you this week, today, the last 2 months, the last several years, whatever it is, you can change that immediately. I know we have a lot of excuses. We are busy, we don't have time, and we have family, and blah, 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 blah. However, this is my invitation to take radical ownership of your life. How many lives do we have? Some might say, oh, they're a couple. However, I would say 95%, me included, say there's only one life. So why do we waste it with concerns, with waste, with things we are not couraged enough to say no to? And the only impossibilities that exist are the ones you create. So ask yourself, what drives me? What excites me? What makes me really feel alive? What makes me happy? And here be mission-minded, not just goal-focused, soul-focused, please. Ask your inner voice again, what makes me feel alive? Ask your inner child, what drives me? And when this mission is strong enough, fear will never be. And you all have these experiences, right? When you don't have concerns, when you don't even think about something because you're so super excited, whatever it is, and you just start running, you just start doing it without thinking about the consequences, the concerns, or what if, and it will not happen, it will never work. Sometimes we have these moments, and we had many of them in our past life. I mean, in our past. So trust me, your vision is yours for a reason. Believe in it. And we always say, oh, there is no coincidence. Things happen for a reason. And yes, it's true. And things happen anyway. You cannot change them. So stick around with them, even if it's a tough one. Stick around. Don't worry too long about something you cannot change anymore because it's in the past. Move around it and look forward. So this week, I would like to challenge you. No. Not to do more, but really go deeper. It's not a big challenge. Don't be afraid. So take 60 minutes alone, just for you. Go outside, take a walk, feel the wind, listen to the sounds, to the birds, whatever you hear. Smell the air, breathe it in, and be grateful that you are healthy, that you can walk, that you can decide in which direction you walk, how fast, how slow you walk. If you take a break on the bench, use this walk, these 60 beautiful minutes, as a gift for yourself. And of course, I hope I don't need to mention that. Please do it without your smartphone. And don't even say, oh, but I want to listen to music. Don't do it. Leave it at home and listen to the nature. There will be enough voices and sounds, so you don't need it. Just connect with yourself in the nature. And here comes the beautiful thing afterwards. Take a notebook or a piece of paper and then journal. Write it down. What did you feel? What did you smell? What did you hear? And what did you learn? And this 60-minute walk can also be a little snapshot of the beautiful life which lies in front of you. You can decide how your future life will look like. And today is day one. Please stop saying, one day after the summer break or when the school or whatever it is. There's always something. We will be always busy every single day. When was the last time, a last day or a moment when you were sitting somewhere and said, oh my goodness, I'm totally bored. I even don't know what should I do. We are super busy in this crazy world. So use this opportunity. And we spend so much time in guilt over the past or fear of the future. And I mentioned that many times, we cannot change the past. It happened, so let it go. And vice versa for the future. We don't know what will happen. We don't know. The only thing we know is today. So enjoy the day, enjoy the presence. That's where your power lives. And life gives you the best gifts. I know very often they might show up in terrible wrapping. However, it never does mean that you're stuck or too late or you're broken. You're just rediscovering your own rhythm. So please, again, take massive ownership over your life. So here's my reminder for you. Reconnect with you, because when you thrive, everything around you shifts. I promise that. I went through that as well. Create the highest, most beautiful vision for your life. And I talk about the vision, what you want for your life or from your life, and not what you might think other people will like or your parents expect from you or your spouse. And I can also tell you, you become what you believe. So when we change our thoughts, we change our entire life. But please don't wait for permission. Don't wait until you have earned rest or joy or clarity. You go first. So this week, when you go for a walk, 60 minutes, and you're journaling afterwards, enjoy that journaling like you're writing a letter to yourself. And maybe you write this letter even to your inner child and start with, hey, welcome back. I'm here. I would like to connect with you again. And go there. It's such a beautiful exercise. With that, I hope I was not too brutal, too spiritual. It's a gift for all of you. And I would be super delighted to hear from some of you. 1, if you have done it. And 2, if you wrote that letter to yourself. And 3, what was the impact on you? With that, as always, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate that. And I wish you a wonderful time, enrich your life, and connect with yourself. Namaste.
And with that, we gently close today's episode. May something you heard stay with you as a reminder, as a spark, or simply as permission to breathe a little deeper. Please keep choosing yourself, not against others, but for the sake of your truth. Life begins when we live it from the inside out. You will find all the links in the show notes below. Feel free to explore what calls you. And I'm always delighted if you leave a review or a comment. Until next time, my dear listeners, stay grounded, stay open, and enrich your life. Namaste.